Americans are perplexed at the European attitude toward worldwide terrorism, especially al-Qaeda. You may remember Spain pulled its troops out of Iraq after al-Qaeda bombed a train near Madrid, killing 191, and all throughout Europe. There doesn't seem to be a unified front against al-Qaeda or terrorism in general. Well, this now is a former Prime Minister of Spain and a staunch ally of the USA, Jose Maria Aznar, who is currently lecturing at Georgetown University. He's also the author of the book, 8 Years as Prime Minister, A Personal Vision of Spain, 96 to 2004. Pleased to have you here. The perception, as I said, is that the Europeans don't have the heart to confront al-Qaeda. True or false?
Yeah, the perception of this threat of terrorism in Europe is different than in the States, and the will to fight the terrorism is more weak in Europe than in the States.
It's weaker in Europe than it is here.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's very difficult, it's necessary to be very strong to fight terrorism now. It's not possible to dialogue with terrorism, to make a peace with terrorism. With terrorism, for me, exists only one policy. It's fighting and fighting and fighting until defeated. And the vision of Europe is more different. There are people that prefer appeasement, no fighting, and to think this is a question for the states.
Okay,
but
so
no for you.
They want to sit it out. They don't want to confront it, let the Americans confront al-Qaeda. But obviously, Osama bin Laden's going to kill you just as soon as he's going to kill us. We've seen it in Madrid. We saw it in London.
Yeah.
We're going to see it in other places. And it reminds me of what happened in Europe before Hitler. You know, everybody knew what a madman he was, but they didn't want to fight him. And it's the same thing. And what Americans don't understand, and I've been to your country many times. I was there when Franco, the dictator, was over. And what Americans don't understand is it a courage thing? Are Europeans just not brave enough? What is it?
Europeans, in general, don't like to assume responsibility. And we prefer to less this responsibility in the United States. They prefer no spend in our security and prefer to guarantee states our security. And this is a this is a question, no? After the Second World War. No? But the perception of Europeans is the same before Hitler. They prefer the appeasement. And this is a very serious mistake.
Appeasement,
especially
yeah.
after attacks in Spain and after attacks
and it's a big
London,
problem
no?
for America because we need our allies, Spain, France, Germany, Italy. We need our allies to help us. Now, they tell us that behind the scenes, the Spanish intelligence, French intelligence, German intelligence does help the USA try to track down these al-Qaeda maniacs. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. But in this moment, there are two visions of Europe. Those who think, who imagine Europe without the states and play the game to make weakness the alliance, Atlantic Alliance, and those with me that like a Europe with the states.
Right. No, there is
this is Atlantic Alliance.
There's a big division.
This includes to combat and to fight terrorism.
Right. I think you're absolutely right.
At home and abroad. No?
I wish you were still Prime Minister of Spain. You know, because you were a good friend to the USA, and I appreciate it personally as an American.
I do.
Thank you, sir. And I appreciate you coming on in.
Thank you very much.
We will wrap